Welcome, everyone, to the inn once again. This is a proverbial inn, and I am Donaar Mace, your knight in shining armor, and your host for tonight. Yes, you may notice that Volen is not here. Today, we took part in a great fight, and she suplexed an owl bear. That was a great feat of strength, but it left her a little tired. To be fair, she had also fought multiple orcs one-on-one, and can't fault her for that. But anyway, I will attempt to recall her numerous feats of strength and bravery as well as I can. Thank you, and Sour, for the hydrate. How are you doing tonight? Doing good. Sounds good. Perfect. That would be terrible if I don't know if I were under the effects of a silent spell again without realizing it, and then 2 hours down the road you don't hear me say goodbye, and you haven't heard me for 2 hours, and that would be a shame, wouldn't it? Anyway, I think without further ado, we ought to get into the thick of things. But anyway, we were here in that village blighted by the goblins, and we had just...
Dwarf better! Dwarf sweet like honey. Must you? This inane chatter pains me.
It is a little worrying to hear the ogres discuss how dwarves taste.
Shut mouth. Head hurt.
But now let me think. I think we are actually going to push our luck a little.
I won't have a word.
Temptation knocks.
I am just going to praise him a little.
Am I not astonishing? A robust
We already had that
diet
conversation
makes
last time,
for a
so...
shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand, and you a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
I would honestly advise against it. I am full of metallic parts.
I've no use for the absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only, gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. I simply look for marks. Gold is more than sufficient compensation.
I see that, Ensauer, you are asking, is Volen still in the party? Yes, she is. I will just, as I said, I will attempt to recall whatever she did during our adventures to the best of my abilities. Would you like to work for me?
Make me an offer. Tempt me.
You could eat a lot of goblins. At the heart, please do your thing. Thank you. That was somewhat unconvincing.
A slip of the tongue. You meant to make a better offer, surely.
Forget about it.
But you do love to tease.
I do. What is your point?
How'd you know?
Lone tastes good. Like bear.
Ain't fair.
Dwarf
Got a long road ahead.
Dwarf sweet like honey.
Let's move.
Must you?
How much farther can I go? Haven't seen that game in years.
Twirl and twirl.
Great. Ogres and giants love the taste of dwarves. Sweet and sour.
Nobody's listening.
That actually makes me wonder whether dwarves also like the taste of ogre.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for heights.
That goblin is very ignorant, as we know. Oh! Well. There goes my head. As we know, dwarves like worms, not gnomes. They are not the same. Goblin, what the hells are you doing?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Volen doesn't seem very impressed. Let me rephrase that. Why are you doing this? Perhaps he hasn't understood me.
'Cause it makes me laugh.
I will have to ask you to release that gnome at once.
You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He does!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I consider the gnome under my protection. You don't want to fight me for him.
The goblin's nostrils flare, as if trying to judge you through smell alone.
I smell very
We're
good.
leaving. What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to... I said we're leaving! There's plenty of sport and rich pickings out there for us. All right then.
Fresh meats. Scared meats. Yes.
Stop this thing!
Well, there they go.
Better not be cursed.
Come on, untie me. Cut me loose!
There you go.
Ugh. Baga Kamara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it. Whatever you are.
I'm... Whatever I am. You seem to be a little confused.
You saved me. Now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
Actually, you owe me nothing. I did this out of the kindness of my heart.
Nothing?
But if you take pleasure in getting extorted, who am I to refused the offer.
You're teasing me now. I'm certain of it. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You seem a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
What an eloquent man. He is very well spoken.
I'll take that.
I shouldn't make fun of him. Look at that.
Open up.
Anything here? Oh, another hat. Rotten chicken eggs I rather not have. And Sour saying we meet again for the first time. Well, it will have been the first time that we will have met again. I have no idea what those boots do, but they certainly do something. I would assume they do something. They seem magical. Perhaps I can head over there. There might be something interesting.
We don't want any trouble.
Wait a minute. There's something.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see me, Rena.
Just let her go. Please.
You there? Please, I don't know what's come over these boys. I just want to go home.
Stop this!
We won't ask again.
Here they are arresting an old lady for shame. For shame.
Careful! Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough! Where is she?
This is a little difficult, chat. I have no idea who is telling the truth. But as it is now, I think that they're being pretty rude to that old lady, calling her hag and all. I can't let you hurt this old lady.
Sweetie, be careful!
He's with the hag.
Don't bloody stand there gaping. Get him!
Now. There is no reason to... They just seem like commoners. We can just bash them with the back. Ah. Wait. Ah. It's time to hydrate. Thank you, and sour. Volen, just bash them with the flat of your axe. That is not the flat of the axe.
Allow me to demonstrate. On the double.
Survival is all that matters. What should I do? Feel my mistress's wrath.
Now, as I said, there is no reason to...
Another day, another fight.
Oh, my stars! I didn't mean for this to happen.
That sounded like a heated argument.
Those poor boys were looking for their little sister, Mayrina, the girl who's staying with me. This is all my fault. But I made a promise. Mayrina begged me not to breathe a word if they came looking for her. And my word is my bond.
Oh, I
Poor
understand.
thing will be distraught. We can't let her know it'd break her poor heart. I'd best get going, but please stop by my house. I'd like to thank you proper.
An argument. I hope we chose the right side.
Chat?
No point in debating what's already done. Let's go on ahead.
Chat, it looks like she just disappeared out of thin air. Those people will wake up soon enough. Oh, they will. They will.
More for me.
Interesting. Looks like someone decided to have a little picnic here. The thing is, chat, we don't really have time to go visit that lady. Not right now. Ah, that looks hospitable.
A war drum. One of those can summon fighters far and wide.
Ah, over there. I see.
Look it, Claw. Sapper's here. Unless you got another reason to be here. Feck shite.
Let's try to be diplomatic, shall we? Goblins don't come by the handfuls, but by the dozens.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Oh. I'd like you to stand aside. Right now.
Down, Claw! Bad girl! She's a little overexcited. Been a busy day. Lads are celebrating.
That noise coming from behind you, good or bad?
Depends who you are. We're celebrating a raid. No better time in camp than this. Get yourself a bit of fun before it dries up.
A raid on what?
Rip the guts out of Joaquin's rest, we did. Inns are good for gutting. Lads even captured some Duke. Worth celebrating, that is.
Well then.
Stop fidgeting.
Can't caught fleas from the bloody walls.
More likely you gave them fleas.
That should be.
Filthy bugger.
Further into the belly of the beast, I suppose.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely
I've never used that authority.
and turned against
Seems alien.
Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the prism, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
You pulled that thing out of your
That's
pocket,
an unusual
though.
artifact you have there, Shadowheart. A most unlikely protector.
You kindly explain to me what that thing is that you have?
I don't know. Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
There must be a little more to it. I just need you to be honest.
I am a servant of Shah. My home is a secret cloister in Baldur's Gate. I need to bring that artifact back there. No matter what. I can't tell you anymore. This mission required utmost secrecy. We all submitted to having our memories suppressed so that we couldn't betray Shah's confidence. If I reach my contact in the city, I'll have my memories restored. Until then, I have to guard the artifact with my life. There. You have the truth, for all it's worth. Let's continue.
You worship Shah? Blimey. She and my beloved Mistra are not exactly friends.
The thing is, Shadowheart, you are wearing that crest on your chest. You are wearing those large black pearls everywhere on your armor. I don't think it's much of a secret that you're a Sharite. Sharan, I think. The thing is, I don't really know if I care who she worships. I'm Volen. Volen is one of my best friends, and she's a worshipper of Umberly. Then again, she worships her more out of concern for her own safety than out of admiration. But Shadowheart, tell me about that thing.
There's nothing more I can tell you. All I remember is that I have to get back to my contact in the city.
A powerful artifact indeed, to have caught the attention of so many. Not least the Absolute itself. The three figures in the vision, the Chosen, are searching for it. With the cultists' aid, it will not be long before they find it. Before they find you. You have evaded them so far, thanks, it seems, to the artifact itself. But how long can such protection last? Shadowheart has made her position clear. She will see that it is taken to its destination. At any cost. And you still do not know what it even is.
It is fine. She will just have to keep it safe.
Trust me. I'll guard it with my life. Let's keep going.
Is that... Oh.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
No. Thankfully, it is only the head of the statue.
Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must. A new age is dawning with goblins at trust. Sing the mountains, great mortals, all pinders to quake.
Wait, there's a saucy song about a bugbear and an ogre.
Ah, a stranger in a fair camp. Be you beguiling, or be you beheaded? Goblin kind will tease you and frolic you when redded. His name is Draw Raxlin, his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and grow you the truth. Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must.
I don't think that
A new
half
age
of
is
those are
dawning
actually
with
words.
goblins at trust. With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, Draw Raxlin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filthenny.
Oh, hello, Frenchy
Raise
Patats.
it, your goblets, and drain them
How
with
are you
pride.
doing tonight?
Draw Raxlin, the true soul, had led you glide.
Pretty tired. I am fine. Thank you. Just on a little adventure and attempting to recall great tales of friendship and bravery. I have a question, chat. Does the magic known as Twitch integration work? Can I... Oh, wait a minute. I could start a community poll for this choice. I could just ask you. The community polls aren't working. I could say boo, get off the stage, but I would be tempted to just go bravo. Or I could be tempted to just stare at him and watch him perform. This one seems a little mean, but I will shout something at him.
Who's that? Friend of yours? You up to something?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Raxlin, Draw Raxlin. I am Draw Raxlin. Tumptuous. Draw Raxlin.
You broke him.
Wait. Draw Raxlin. We pray. We.
Come on, pigeon. Back to your cage.
Now look what you've done.
Come on.
Of course.
My name's Gribbo, idiot.
Right. Yes. More fool me.
You look like you got something jingling in your pocket. Looking to spend it?
How did you get your hands on all of that?
Nicked him off the dead, didn't I?
Fine, I suppose. Let me see what you have. I can't approve of this. But maybe you would be interested in this skull. I will sell you bows that I took off your dead. And a disgusting mushroom. Staff. A hand axe, perhaps a dagger. Gems as well. I suppose that's all sorts of junk. This broken loot. Chat. Do you think that Volen actually wants to keep the broken loot? I would hate to sell a broken loot of sentimental significance. I will not sell it. Oh, sell it. I will sell it. This random hammer. plate, and I suppose the leather armor. The simple robe could probably... Amulet of Eternal Thought. That sounds terrible. Oh. Oh, those sound good. There are just a couple of items for Volen. I don't know if they really fit her style, but... A great sword. A great sword +1. I don't know what the +1 is. It just is magical. Look at that. Just look at that. I don't think that Shadowheart and Gale have much to see. Let's see. Oh. Those ones could be interesting for me. They heal you when you heal someone. Oh, those are pretty good. I'm quite tempted, but I will have to return later.
Get moving. I've got other customers. Away from the merchandise.
for much, but they...
Let me see something, I think. I think that silence could be more useful.
Still alive, so that's progress.
It looks like I forgot to prepare something.
I heard the Absolute's voice just now.
Never went to the easy part.
Absolute wouldn't speak to a worm like you. Gotta be chosen to hear her, like the boss and priestess.
The druid house is in here somewhere.
Anyway, I've just bought a couple of things I
This
would
room
hate.
must have been dedicated to her. And now it's a nest for some filthy goblins. A fitting end.
Shadowheart, just because you're a Sharan doesn't mean that you have to relish the destruction of this marvel of architecture.
Looking ahead.
No, go inside. Inside. Boring.
What if I actually want to go inside?
Bloody racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun. Aye, so much
Tiring
fun.
business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important.
Rather important.
We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. The way you got Korga to release the girl. In short, I've grown to trust you.
Ah, look at that. We are paragons of virtue.
The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly.
Oh, I see. He's just ashamed of one of those conditions, one of those diseases, you know, the itchy ones in unmentionable areas. You know, there's no shame. There's no shame. I can cure you. I can...
The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
Ah, Friendship Attack saying he needs to lay on hands, and she suspected him of having annoying asshole syndrome. I suspected syphilis, honestly. But that doesn't sound like syphilis. You have a disease that causes you to eat magical items. Would that ruin the item?
Trust me when I say, the loss of the occasional wizard staff or tome of enchantment is a bargain given the cost of allowing me to deteriorate. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It is time. And by that I mean, it's imperative that I find and consume strands of weave at the earliest possible juncture.
Where do you suggest we find that stuff?
We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession.
You want to eat my
hard
boots?
won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger.
That's an awkward silence.
Danger involved, or great cost.
Why exactly would I do that?
Valid question. If not out of the simple goodness of your heart, then perhaps your own self-interest might be sufficient motivation.
My heart is very good, but please elaborate.
Like me around is quite the boon when facing the perils that stalk these lands. Far harder for me to assist you if I could barely stand upright. Please, trust me. Your help could be the difference between life and death.
I suppose I will try to find
You're already
something.
primed to give me exactly what I need.
What will happen to the item once I give it to you?
I will consume the magic inside. What was a powerful artifact will be rendered no more than a trinket. But it will save my life, even if only temporarily.
I suppose I'll have to give you something.
We will pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
Wait a minute. Bro, go to the detox center. Says Friendship Attack. Yes, maybe he needs to go to rehab. But I suppose... You know, I have those gloves that are only usable by the goblins and those who have the absolute mark. You could eat those if you want. I wasn't planning on using them.
Racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got
Thank
past.
you. We got them now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent them.
Aye, maybe we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
That hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
Ah, friendship at that, you are suggesting that I buy another useless one for later. I'm saying that I am enabling him. I suppose I am enabling him a little. I am enabling his vice. That's true.
We got them now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent them.
I am glad you're feeling better. Your condition sounds unpleasant, to say the least.
That'll be some
So
real
bad
fun.
once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Why couldn't it just be candy or maybe some weed? Says friendship at that. Well, I suppose that would be good for a druid. I suppose a wizard, of course, a wizard would have to eat magical items.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so
I will
much
try it.
fun that those thieves
that's-
almost got past.
Condition of yours is a very expensive
Obtained
one.
it in Waterdeep. Nothing there comes cheap.
Aye, maybe we'll pay him a visit in return.
But anyway, this and thank you for the hydrate 10 sour, but this it's about time for a break with a message from the Guild of Merchants. And we are back. It was also a long conversation, so I will remember this.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business. Now.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
And, by the way,
Authority.
welcome, crew. You don't need to know about my business. Move.
All right.
Ah.
Normally we stick you foreign types in the spider pit. But the Absolute says we're all making
Look at my
nice now.
huge head. You
So
are
in you go,
intimidated by the size of my cranium. Intimidated, I say. Intimidated. Who's in charge around here?
Well now, gonna have to be more specific than that. We're drowning in true souls, here we are. You here to see Priestess Gut, Boss Ragslin, or the Drow?
Priestess Gut, I suppose.
Do you now? Might feel different once she puts a burning brand to ya. She's through the main doors. Just follow the smell of burnt goblin arse. Bloody
Saluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
That moment when you're a drow but don't have a name, says Crow. It's true. I guess. Ow! Hey! That hurt a little. But thank you for the follow. migratory prey. And welcome to the inn. Enjoy your stay. That rhymes. Let's do what we have to do and then get out of here. Not your usual haunt, I'll take it.
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got past.
We got them now, eh?
Do you hear
More
the
vile
absolute
idolatry.
voice?
Makes my stomach turn. For once, the goblin's decorations are an improvement.
Shadowheart, you don't.
That's because she chose me.
She's just hammering it home.
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
Don't matter if you're a slave or a king. Drow will pluck out your eyes if you look at them wrong.
I should speak up.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
Oh. I serve only my oath. I will not bear your brand.
Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't you? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a power. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again.
I would rather not have my brain dance with that of a goblin, thank you. Nothing against goblins, mind you, it's just... She doesn't seem very nice. I agree, friendship at that. Yes, something was very strange in the recalling of that thought.
Your minds brush against one another, but are swiftly parted.
Don't want to get intimate in front of the novices. Fair enough. Got some weird shadows in your head. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
I'm not going to... You know, I could just be completely unsubtle, but I can be a little subtle here. And we talk privately, is sensitive matter.
Of course. Don't want this rabble interfering with true soul business. Let's go to my chapel.
Oi! Priestess!
Infected
We
like
want
us.
the mark!
Why do they think they're talking to a
Ain't we good enough for the Absolute?
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Never a dull moment.
At least things have stayed interesting.
No time to rest. Need to find a way forward.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around. Ready to clear your head?
Oh dear. Oh dear. What exactly are you going to do?
Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell.
Alright, I am
Smart.
ready.
All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest. Don't want anyone peeping on private matters, so... There! There we go. Secret and safe. Well, secret.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
I am not particularly fond of pickpockets, so...
It's all slippery in there. What are you hiding? This ain't right. Why are you resisting me if you're one with the Absolute?
She prizes your mental barriers apart and sees the mind flare from the ship.
Hells, that is horrible. Can see why you'd want to keep it secret, but there's no secrets between us, true soul. Let me take a look and find out what it did to you.
Chat, I don't know if I don't think I like any of this. This could be my one chance at suggesting this one. Ah, wait, there, I've started a poll. What happens if I do that? I don't think it did anything. No, it isn't really changing the percentages. So I don't know. Wouldn't think Donaar would have trouble getting a poll up. How dare you, Ensour? How dare you? How dare you? I am a champion of the marital arts. I will just call her out.
No, it's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah?
I still have my senses. I'll find another way to deal with it.
No! You ain't leaving till we get to the bottom of this. You could be dangerous.
Ah, apparently you should be getting a little pop-up when I start a vote. Did any of you get it? I'm going to assume not. I opened the poll again. Still nothing. Ah, welcome the sub, Rosa. Welcome to the inn. Enjoy this slight bit of, as we say, as apparently these people say in the land of Twitch, scuff. Things are not working right. I don't know why. But fine, she says if she says I am dangerous, stand aside, for I am leaving right now.
I guess we're doing this the hard way, then.
I am sorry.
Sweet dreams. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere.
That's true.
The
Some
absolute
pros are
wants to
saying you
know
can't be
all about
streaming
that
if you don't have
critter
scuff.
in your head. So start talking.
I'm not betraying my oath. I will make you pay for this, goblin.
You'll pay for talking back. Can't beat you too hard, though. Gotta keep you alive for what comes next.
You are infected. It's going to happen to you too.
Stop trying to confuse me. You're a liar. Everything's clear since the Absolute chose me. You're the one that's broken. Do you even know who you are anymore?
Nothing has changed. I am in control of myself.
Maybe that's what the creature wants you to think. It's gonna start eating your flesh too, changing you. And eventually your skull will split and you'll cough up a mess of tentacles.
Then stop this. Heal me.
Stop it! Why would I want to do that? I'm gonna keep you here so I can see every gory detail and hear every whimper and scream.
Well, if I do transform, you'll be my first meal.
Not likely. You're forgetting one thing. I've got the Absolute to protect me. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Well, you know, Sayer, if you could do that with my wrists, I could break the chains. I will strain against the chains.
Your muscles burn with the effort, but the chains hold strong.
Maybe I can dislocate my wrist.
You slip free of the chains.
And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can hear you saying you would never break the chain. I'm not familiar with that ditty, but oh, there's an ogre on the other side.
I have something to ask.
Oh no. Oh, she hasn't actually seen me. She hasn't seen me yet. I can just... I could just open the door.
Out of sight, out of mind. These boots have seen everything. Let's see what this does.
Ah, well, this is quite unfortunate. Wait a minute.
Let's move.
I
Can't slow down.
think it might have been. Priestess might have been downstairs. It's fine. This is completely fine.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
This is absolutely, completely fine because now she's... she's...
You
Ah!
not supposed to be here. Leave!
Oh! Oh dear. She is there.
I won't give in.
Waiting with bated breath.
Oh. Oh, they didn't see me. They didn't quite see me yet. I was hiding. Let me see. Let me see. Oh. I could do something very clever. But what? Attempt just... Ah! Well! It turns out... Oh! You jump from zones that aren't within field of view to another, they shouldn't spot you. Well! I forgot to jump. You know, this is fine.
Another step forward.
Volen will just get in there. If she's in the front lines, surely she'll be the first to be noticed. I'm just thinking. I have...
Moving.
Ah, sadly, Volen. Let me see. Volen must have something interesting to throw. Hmm. That's just a bottle. However,
Let's finish this.
perhaps. Hmm.
Nothing will stand in my way.
The bulb could work. I suppose so. I suppose so. Oh, well, she could throw a javelin. Besides, the guiding bolt was there.
Got to concentrate.
You. You really just did that. You pulled my very angry friend right to you. That's certainly a move. That is a move. That is a tactic. Firebolts, perhaps. Then again, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to protect yourself. You should probably have done that before combat, but so be it.
Go.
I suppose I'll attempt to smack, and I'll attempt to spite. I push you. I can't push you. You're too large.
Battle of wits.
Gale, in the meantime, consider taking a step back.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Wait a minute. Oh, it is time. It is time for Volen. It is time for Volen, and she's right there. Goblin, you have made a mistake.
Can't afford to let up.
Goblin, you have made a terrible tactical mistake. Because now I can just silence everything. Shadowheart, just take a little step back.
Nothing important is ever easy.
And Volen is just going to smack you silly.
Let's end this.
Sorry, I didn't comment on the giant head. I am a little too engrossed. Not gross. I am never gross. I am just engrossed in this. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me think about this.
Come on, can't stay idle.
I will just drink my potion of healing and... Ah. It will have to be... It will have to be another smack. This is fine. Everything is fine.
Mistra Rill.
Got to keep fighting.
A little bit of that, and then she will just go hide from the priestess. So that she can't be pulled a second time. Oh! Oh, interesting. There is a poll going on.
Blood comes easy these days.
And you know what? Let's just slash into her. Oh! Oh, it looks like I forgot to turn off the passives. Crow, are you... Why? What are you perplexed about? I see you are perplexed.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Ah, yes, there is a poll. Right up there. There is a channel prediction. That says, will someone faint this battle?
I speak, they burn.
Need to act fast.
Ah, this is annoying.
On the move.
Time to push my luck again.
How can you miss? Gale, how can you miss?
Sometimes the only way out is through. One day I'll catch a break.
I am also going to finish the priestess because
Can't afford to stay idle.
No one stopped me yet.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value here, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
No, I am not going to let that tadpole. I see the details, just let me see the details. The winner is no. So congratulations to... Let me see. Congratulations to who? I think it was Crow. So I will try to resist.
No use. Compulsion takes over. Your actions are no longer your own.
I just pocket that parasite.
Things abandon their hosts as soon as they need to. Vile parasites.
Great, great. That is great. That's a treat for later, I suppose. Oh, I see. There are quite a few. A Pegasus feather. Oh. Interesting.
No time to rest? Anything of use?
Nice, a supply pack. You could eat it now, says Crow. It is full of protein. I will kindly decline your suggestion, your invitation to consume that parasite.
Moving in. That's curious.
What is that? Oh, a pouch. What exactly was that ring? Also, Gale, congratulations.
Magic.
You have been upgraded to better wizard.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Says a mythical creature depicted in full flight has been delicately carved into this ring. I can't, for the life of me, identify what type of creature it is. Possibly a gold dragon from the top. I don't know. You're going to refuse this delicacy, says Crow. Dalgal would encourage you. Perhaps. But then again, perhaps not.
Have to keep going.
The air is ripe with magic.
Is that blood? No, Never mind.
I do anything? Oh no, I can't. Well, I will take a short rest
Welcome, rest.
here and oh. An amulet of Misty Step.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
That could be useful.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Think of your mother, the stories of exotic food you could share with her. I think I will pick a better exotic food. Maybe an exotic food that's less disgusting. Here, recipe for... This is an alchemical recipe. I will have to take it. Cellunite Journal. Thus the interlocking circles will bring the full moons to match the stars, while casting darkness where it belongs, at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. I confess the design is not foolproof to outsiders, but I had to sacrifice complexity for material resilience. I've always wondered why Selune took me from the Hall of Wonders to serve at this temple as a priestess. Perhaps this was the reason.
Let's see.
Selune guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars, her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Char will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy, and all your spark. Sylvanus, god of all that's wild, of nature's danger and its charm, his glory is not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm. I notice something here. Chat, do you notice it? There is someone missing. Book? Where is the section about Sune? This is an outrage. This is an outrage, and I will pick that book up and I will complain to the editor.
Let's have a look. Best be on my way. That's curious.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Ah, well, sadly, I am too large. I am too large and imposing.
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This must be the seal mentioned in that journal.
I bet we can work out how to open it.
Well then. The full moon should be with the stars. Wait a minute, chat. Where is the bottom? Are we putting the darkness in the light? Because if so, that is a little silly. But then again, I cast light into the dark. No, I cast...
Ah, this goes very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom.
Excuse me. I'm not going through a door where I can't see the other side. I don't have dark vision.
Let's go.
Shadow Heart. The darkness in the light. No, and sour, not the darkness in the light.
And these things have stayed interesting.
Ah, torch, yes. Or dancing lights. This chat. This is still dark. Well, Shadow Heart, since you like darkness so much, you can just go ahead. I'm not going to question it.
I have a lot on my mind.
I'm not going to question anything. And here, my friends, how confident are you in the strength of your arms? Just in case I'm not as confident as you. We could go downstairs. But then again, we have a mission, don't we? Perhaps we should stay up.
Let's see what this does.
We are just going to casually walk through the ogres. Will he question something? I see that Sour is messing with the poles. Oh, why? There is another.
That the jingle
trader.
of coin, I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous.
You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
Oh, that's great news. You are no normal trader, are you? You are part of the Black Network.
Half right, sharp eyes. As then is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. But most of all, we offer discretion. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad. That a problem for you?
You Zentarim tend to trade in misery. Is that why you're at the goblin camp?
You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mind. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over.
I knew the Zeng were heartless, but the goblin slave trade. Really? Is he going to attack me? Am I going to regret this? Chat, should I just keep talking about what the kind of terrible people they are? I will attempt the community poll again. I don't think it works. But you can still tell me. So Crow suggesting I don't tell them that I think they're heartless. It would be against. I think it would be against my self-preservation. Oh, you mean it didn't work? I see. They're not going to be... You know, I will try.
Oh, dry your eyes, ill-mater. It's me or a goblin cookpot. I know which I'd choose. Now, much obliged for the chat, but I'm here to trade.
She's not here to be judged. Fine. Nobody in chat tell her Morose what I'm doing now. Tell her tower. I refuse to sell her tower. I will not sell any tower at all. This is a fairly cheap ring that is useful. It is useful, but if worst comes to worst, Gale can eat it. I would hate for Gale to eat it, but he may have to. You have a bunch of gems and jewelry. That is true. I can sell those at gate. I can sell that silver locket. And those rings. And this ugly looking mace. One of the shovels. And that silver glass. And the boots too. I could sell the boots. There! That's exactly what I needed. Beautiful. Ah, the bottles! Well, I sold the boots. It turns out the bottles could actually be useful. They could actually be useful. That will do for now, I think.
Pleasure.
Alright, what now?
I think that while I am at it, I could do a little detour. Oh! And I will take a sip. Funnily enough, Crow. Funnily enough, the bottles can be used to plug vents in traps and such. I am just going on a little walk. There were two ruffians earlier harassing a poor old lady. And you know, I don't like people harassing the weak, so I had to beat them up. I did not kill them, they are just merely beat up and lying in the pool of their own blood. But rest assured, they are fine. And now I'm going to go on a little walk.
Strange.
In that lovely looking place.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Chat, I am considering. Should I let Sude show me the truth? Or should I just ignore the feeling? Pro is suggesting that if Sune tells me that something about the beauty of the scenery is off, I should follow her. That's true. Well then. What does Sune have to say about this?
You blink and the wilderness changes. The swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses.
It was all a veneer! Now, let it be known, there is nothing wrong about swamps. There is absolutely nothing wrong with swamps. They are an important part of the ecosystem, or so I am told. But this one is obviously a particularly gross one. And Sour is saying that there is something wrong with swamp ass. Yes, I agree.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Ah. Hey, there is some sort of little gnome over there. Excuse me, mister. Mister, hello? Hello?
A diminutive creature sporting a red hat glares at you. That noise. Is the creature pretending to be a sheep?
Friendship that is going into goblin. You know, maybe it is pretending to be a sheep. Maybe it is telling me, singing to me the song of its people. Should I just go? Should I just respond in kind? Or ask what it is doing? Bro is suggesting it is probably a local greeting. So then, what do you think, Friendship at that? Ba? Ba.
Again? This creature doesn't realize you can see its true form.
Should I point it out? Bah. Should I? Friendship at that you say yeah. Should I point it out that it's not a sheep, or should I just bah? Because I'm not sure. I could say that I could point out that I am not fooled. You are not a sheep.
Scum-sucking, lice-ridden little ball bag! Get out! Or I bite tongue. Eat tongue. Oh, delicious tongue.
Ah. Friendship at that is saying he sounds like he's looking for his precious. But there is no need to get nasty, little man. You shan't eat my tongue. You can bite your own tongue. That's what I get for not buying back well. Let it be known that Donaar Crackle Mace is no sheep. I've been very impolite. Well, there is no need to be nasty.
Oh, precious baby loves to bleed you. Yes, turn your corpse into sponge. Lots of holes. Leave now, or I'll fill you with holes and more.
I don't really feel like leaving. Oh dear. Wait a minute. It is about time. There are 4 of them. The question is, well, friendship at that. I suppose we could have, before we leave, we could have a moment of imagination. Just let our imaginations run wild. And let us offer
No one's
a
stopped me yet.
fish to that little man. He did not react. That's a fish wasted for now. I will bring you back to the inn. Thank you all for coming here tonight to watch this tale. This tale of rebellion. This tale of treachery. This tale of smacking a goblin around until she stops casting spells. I hope that you had fun. Because I did. Sadly, no tale of numbing delicious worms. Bro, I am sorry. I will not eat one of those things. One of them crawled behind my eye and I am left rather upset. But anyway, hopefully, I will be back in 2 days. Hopefully with Volen accompanying me. Always saying that's the point, eat one and they'll fight to the death and hopefully both die. I don't believe that my mouth and my esophagus lead to the back of my eyes. But then again, I would have to ask Omeros. She's the one with a better understanding of... let us not say a better understanding of anatomy. I have a practical understanding of anatomy. Perhaps she has a more... I suppose that heads don't grow that large. So, really, who knows? And if it doesn't, how do carrots make your eyes better? I suppose that perhaps Omeros heard me. Perhaps Omeros heard me and enlarged my head. I only have myself to blame. Thank you for the hydrate. I will now have a giant gulp. I got Donkey Kong moded. I do not know who that donkey is. Perhaps Dalgal would have something to say about donkeys. He's the one who can talk to them. Thank you for showering me with your love, your purple love. And let it be known that I will return it by entertaining you all the more in 2 days' time. Thank you again very much for coming over. I am now sending you to Merlin, Starriest Ram. The starry... well, I was going to say the starry ram, but she is the starriest of them all. Of course. Anyway, thank you all very much. And until 2 days from now, I hope you have great and yet somewhat safe adventures. Wasted. I kind of wanted to put a to be continued here, but I might ask a wizard to edit that in later.